Hey guys, it's Jessica from Peace Love Books, and today I'm here with Lily. I just closed out my Reading the Highest books on my TBR video, which should be going up on Friday, so that should already be up, so I will link it down below. But I am here for the Kindle Unlimited Weekend Readathon. I'm at my parents' house this whole weekend, so I'll probably be vlogging a lot in my room away from everybody so that they don't judge me while I'm filming. But it is 10 a.m. and I've already gone to the gym and I've already finished a book. So I have a lot of novellas on my TBR, but I did finish Full Court Press by Kennedy Ryan. It's in Holiday Hoops, which also has a short story, but I didn't read the short story. I wasn't really interested in that. I'm not a fan of short stories. Novellas are already iffy for me, but I really enjoyed it. But knowing Kennedy Ryan, it is a very emotional read. It deals with suicide, so definitely trigger warning for that. Someone in one of our main characters' lives had committed suicide because of their depression, so know that going in. I didn't know that going in. I didn't realize it was going to be that serious. The romance is between a reporter and a basketball player, and they meet, and in the locker room during the interview something goes wrong because he asks her out, and then she loses kind of respect of her colleagues and has to work back from that, and it then jumps forward 10 years to when they're kind of reconnected, and it was adorable. I gave it 4 stars. Probably would have given it 5 if it was longer, because the pacing was amazing. The romance was great. I was never annoyed by the pacing at all, which happens to me a lot with novellas. I felt everything was really well developed and nothing felt insta-lovey because they didn't even say I love you until the epilogue, which was great. That's not really spoilery. These are romances. Almost every romance I read has a happily ever after, which is like what people think is necessary for a romance. So yes, I'm reading that now. I finished that, and 4 stars. First read of the readathon, going strong. I'm going to read next Highlander's Secret by KERRIGAN, which is book 1 in her series that she just redid all the covers for. The cover's pink. I'll show it to you here. And I'm very excited. It's just over 100 pages, so it says it's going to take me about an hour to read. I was reading on the couch with Darcy, so yeah, that's what I'm going to read next. And then I'll probably start in on a novel. I don't know if I want to read Kennedy Ryan's actual novel from the Kingmaker series, or When August Ends. When August Ends? When Autumn Ends? When Autumn Ends. Whatever one that one is about that writer. I can show you the picture here if I figured it out yet. Still haven't tried out editing on my new computer in iMovie, so we will see. But I'm going to go ahead and read, and I will talk to you guys later. Hi guys, hopefully the lighting's okay. Everybody is eating lunch right now. I'm gonna go get some in a second. We just went to see Star Wars and it was so good. I saw one tiny spoiler on Twitter and it wasn't even that bad of a spoiler, so I really enjoyed it. We watched the second one yesterday, so it was pretty fresh in my mind, so it was really good. But it is day 2 of the Kindle Unlimited Weekend Readathon, and I have finished 2.5 books, and I might DNF one of them, which is annoying because it was like a full-length novel I wanted to read. But oh yeah, Ohio State plays today. But it is the other one I read was KERRIGAN. It was like Highlander's Secret or something. Gave it 3 stars. It was weird. Most of it was just the physical part of their relationship, and they kind of like jumped right into it and didn't even know each other, and then he ended up being some like creature. I don't know. It was hard to explain. I feel like it needed a lot more build up, but I gave it 3 stars, and I feel like it ended abruptly. Like there should have been more, but it was only like 100 pages less than, because it ended at like 80%. But so I have a 4-star read and a 3-star read, and then I started When Autumn Ends by BETH something, and I'm really not liking it. He's like a writer, and he stays at the inn next door to where she's renovating an inn, so she's staying at that inn as well. And like there's just like overly malicious characters as plot points, which isn't realistic at all, and the writing's weird, the pacing's weird. I feel like this is an author's like first book. It seems very not good. I don't know how to describe that, but it's just not my cup of tea. But I'm 50% of the way through and I want to finish it for the readathon, which is obnoxious to say, but I do want to be able to say I read it, so we'll see if I finish it. But I picked up the second book in the Kingmaker series by Kennedy Ryan, the duet. It's so good. It picks up right where book 1 left off, and I'm obsessed. I read it at the gym this morning, and I read a little bit more before the movie, so I'm about 20% in, and I am loving it. They have like this relationship that was never at the right time, so it spanned like 10 years I want to say in the first book, but that cliffhanger, and now we're getting into what happened in the cliffhanger, so it's really good. And she works in politics and he works for like some green friendly company. I don't know the words, but really, really good so far. So I'm gonna read that today and maybe finish when autumn ends, just like skim through the rest to try to finish it. More like a 2-star read for that one right now, but the Kennedy Ryan is definitely 5 stars. So yeah, those are my plans today. And then I did end up uploading a Cora Riley book. She's gonna be at a Polycon now, so I want to read one of her books. You guys always tell me to read it, so we'll see if I read it. But those are my plans. Gotta go get lunch, and I'll talk to you guys later. Is that Gigi? What? Hi, where's Lily? Is that Lily? Hello, sweetie. Hey guys, so I know my hair is wet. I just got out of the shower. My parents are at the grocery store. Darcy just came running downstairs. It is Sunday. I'm finally going home today. I'm super worried though. I have a book that was delivered to my house on Friday and I'm not going home until today, and it's Sunday. So it stormed last night, so I hope my book's okay on my porch, but we'll see. I finished 2 books yesterday. So first book I finished was The Rebel King by Kennedy Ryan, and it was amazing. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. So good. I loved how fast-paced it was. Kennedy Ryan didn't really like drag anything out. It was very well paced, and the romance was so great, and I loved how they really had to look at what they wanted out of life and if their own goals aligned, which I really enjoyed. And I loved how strong and independent Lennox was and how Maxim really respected that. So 5 out of 5 stars. Love that duet so much. I get to meet her in May, so I'm very excited about that. I'm going to Music City with the Bells. That's in Nashville. My dad's coming, which is super exciting. He's gonna drive my sister and I there, and we'll get to hang out for the weekend. He's not coming to the actual signing. He's just coming to Nashville with us, and I'm so happy. I hate driving for long periods of time, so he's gonna drive us and we're gonna hang out in Nashville together. So very excited about that. We've already been a few years ago when we went to Gatlinburg, and then we went to Nashville for 2 days. So, but then I did, Ohio State lost last night. Such a sad, close game, and it was so close. OSU Clemson, Ohio State lost in the last minute. We were down by 3, 4, 5, 6. We were down by 6, and we had a minute left, and we were on the 30, and we threw an interception. It happens. It's fine. I'm over it. I stayed up till midnight watching it, but I did read Sacrifice of the Beast by JESSA KANE. I gave that 2 stars. I don't think JESSA KANE's for me. It was just very short and raunchy and had no plot at all. And she just like fell in love with this guy who lived in a loincloth in the woods. I feel like it kind of reminded me of Ice Planet Barbarians, where like they see these like barbaric guys and they're very like, you're my mate kind of thing, but it had no plot. So if you like that book, you should definitely read Ice Planet Barbarians, but I'm giving it 2 stars. Very just like male, my woman kind of plot, and there was no plot, so it was a fast read. I'm glad I finally read something by JESSA KANE, but I won't be reading a lot of hers in the future. But today I'm reading Bound by Honor by Cora Riley. I think you guys will be really excited. It's a mafia romance. I'm like 5% in, and I didn't realize it was on KU, but she's gonna be at a Polycon, which I'm very excited for. So that's my plan today, just to read that book. I'm going, like I said, to lunch with my grandma, and then we're finally going home, and we gotta unpack everything, and I have a lot to do at home because I haven't been there in a week, and I have the next 3 days after today off, so then I go back on Thursday. But yeah, I will update you guys on my reading later when I'm home. Yeah. All right, bye. Hi guys, if you can tell, I am back home finally. It's about 4. I just cut some sleeves for my shop. I dusted because that's something I really wanted to do at home during break, and I literally just got home. I haven't been here since a week. It did rain, so one of my packages, the book was warped a little because it was inside of a damp package. The book itself didn't get damp because the packages were delivered yesterday. So hopefully it goes back to normal. If not, it's fine. But I am about 30% into Bound by Honor by Cora Riley. Lily, please stop whining. My mom feeds the dogs so early when we're over there. I normally feed them between 6 and 6:30 a.m. and my mom feeds them at like 5. So she's hungry now, but she's gonna have to wait because we gotta get back on our schedule. Anyways, I'm reading Bound by Honor, and I feel like it's what I wanted the Kiss Thief to be, because the Kiss Thief, she has to marry this mafia guy, and in this one she has to marry this mafia guy, but he's only 5 years older than her, and so they wait till she's 18 and he is then 23, so it's not like too bad, and I like it so far. I just got past their wedding, and it's good. I'm intrigued by his character a lot, so I'm excited to finish this. I did also start an audiobook, Hold You Close by Melanie Harlow and Corinne Michaels. I don't know if it's on KU or not, but that's really emotional right now too, and I love that audio narrator though. I think her name's Andy. She narrates a lot of romance audiobooks, but it's really good. And for that one, this girl and this guy, it's her best friend's brother, and they like hooked up, and she's like, oh my gosh, I love you, like we can totally like work out our futures together, I'll go to the college like by you. And he's like, no. And so he hooks up with someone else the next day, and she sees, and she like hates his guts. And now we fast forward like 10 years, and her best friend dies with her husband, and so she leaves the kids to the brother, even though the main character is more reliable, the best friend. And so she's gonna help take care of the kids with him. That's the premise for that book. Really good so far. I do own the paperback, but they have it on audio, and it's only like 6 hours and 45 minutes, so I can fly through that. Yeah, so I'm gonna read more of Bound by Honor. I do want to watch, we're gonna watch a show tonight. I don't know if we're gonna try The Witcher or Mandalorian. We started The Mandalorian, but like I actually had to like look at the screen and really focus, which we typically put on like British baking show, so I can like work on reviews or work on videos while we watch. I can't multitask with those shows, so we'll see. The puppies are being anxious. The minute we got home, Darcy went outside and rubbed all over dirt that smelled nasty, so we had to give her a bath. She does that so rarely, maybe like twice a year. She'll like find something gross mud, and it smells so bad, but she's clean now, but she is damp. We got her as dry as we could, but she needs to dry off, and she's impatient to eat as well. So yeah, it's okay, babies. I'll show you guys them later when they're not crazy, but I need to film a lot tomorrow. But KU Weekend Readathon is going very well, and I'm excited to read another book. Hey guys, I'm here to close out this vlog. It is Monday morning, and I finished my 5th book by the skin of my teeth. It was, I actually got to 98% and then I fell asleep. So I finished the 2% this morning of Bound by Honor by Cora Riley. This is a mafia romance. Our main character, she is from Chicago, and her dad's like one of the big mafia guys in Chicago, and she is married off to the son of the big mafia guy in New York. And this happens when she's 15, and then she waits till she's 18 to actually marry him, and it is Luca. And it was so good. I'm giving it 4.5 stars. I feel like there wasn't a lot of plot to it, but the whole point of the book was about their relationship and her actually falling for him and then falling for each other, and how like she was like, you know, if like we actually consummate our marriage on our wedding night, it's rape because I'm not voluntarily in this relationship. And so he doesn't push her. There's no like blurred lines like there were in The Kiss Thief. And I did like this better than Monster in His Eyes by J.M. Darrower. I like this a lot better than that one. This one had a 5-year age gap, and I just really liked it so much, and I'm already dying for book 2, which is about one of her sisters, and I know that her brother gets a book, and I know her other sister gets a book too. So Gianna and Lily is the sister's name. I don't remember what her other sister's name was, but she has 2 sisters and a brother. The brother was adorable, and I just really liked it. They learned to really fall for each other, and she learned to trust him, and there was a little bit of suspense in at the end, and so I definitely would recommend this for anybody who loves mafia romances. I'm so happy that I read that book. You guys have been telling me to read it for a long time, and I'm glad I finally got to it. So for the KU Weekend Readathon, I read 5 total books, which is great. I read 2 full-length novels and then 3 novellas. So the first one I read was Full Court Press by Kennedy Ryan. I gave that 4 stars. Pretty decent read. Then I picked up Highlander's Secret. If it's wrong, sorry. The cover's here by KERRIGAN BYRNE. I gave it 2 stars, I think. That one, it was just a lot of like no plot. Maybe I gave it 3. It was better, a lot better than the JESSA KANE novella I read, but this one I feel like needed more of a plot, and it was a lot more about the relationship, and they like just jumped into it with each other without even knowing each other. I really was intrigued though by the ending, so I would have loved it if it was a full-length novel, but the novella didn't really do it for me. I think I gave that 3 stars. Then I picked up The Revel King by Kennedy Ryan, 5 out of 5 stars. Absolutely love that one. The longest one I read this weekend. I'm pretty sure it was 370 pages or something. So good. Then that night I did pick up Sacrifice to the Beast by JESSA KANE, 2 stars. I am not into JESSA KANE stories. There was literally no plot to that. It was all about her getting together with this caveman who lives in the woods by himself. So that ridiculous. So yeah, at least I experienced JESSA KANE. But the last one I picked up was Bound by Honor by Cora Riley, 4.5 stars. The novels I picked up this weekend were amazing. But that's all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for joining in and participating. Let me know if you want to do this again. I would love to do this again with all my amazing co-hosts. I know that I was active on Twitter and Instagram and here doing my vlogs, so I love how we all came together. I know some people found some books they loved and some people found the books they didn't love, but that's okay. We all read KU, and I feel like reading 5, I definitely got my money's worth this month. So, and I found another author I really want to read more of, which is Cora Riley. So she's going to be at a Polycon, so I cannot wait to see her there. But let me know what you read this weekend, what your favorite read of the weekend was. I would love to hear, and that's all I have. As always, thank you so much for watching and have a good day. Bye.